everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to work on front post and back post single crochets. Now if you've seen any of my other front post and back post videos, you'll notice it's a really similar stitch, but sometimes the single crochet back post and front post can be a little confusing, especially if you're doing it into a single crochet row. So I purposely put a little row of single crochets here so that we could use that as our example. It's easy to find the post when you're working with a tall stitch, but sometimes it can get a little more difficult when working with a short stitch like a single crochet. So you would see this in a pattern as FP for front post, BP for back post, and then single crochet. So FPSC for front post single crochet, BPSC for back post single crochet. And then in this pattern, I did a little single turning chain here. You'll have to check your pattern when you're doing this. Typically, since you can't actually put a front post stitch around the very first stitch, your turning chain would count as your first front post or back post stitch. But just make sure you check your pattern so you know what your pattern calls for. In this case, our turning chain is going to count for a front post single crochet, so we're just going to go ahead in the rest of these stitches and do some front post single crochets. Then we'll go back and do the back post single crochets. So what's important here for a single crochet is that you find your post. Like I said, it's really easy to see a post when it's a double crochet, single crochet, well, even a half double crochet. It's pretty easy to see the post. It's right there. It's pretty visible. There's big spaces. Single crochet is a little harder to find, but it's there. You can see it. You can see the holes. That's a little squat little post right there. That's a little squat one there. So it's important for you to note that because that's the post you're going to go around. Now, for a single crochet, you're going to go ahead and enter the stitch almost like you normally would for a single crochet, but instead of coming up and grabbing your yarn, you're going to go in that stitch and then out the other. So here's the post, and we've gone around that post. We're going to yarn over and pull up a loop and make sure it's not tight. You don't want it falling over. Okay, so it's kind of looped around that little post there, and we're going to yarn over and pull through. So you've made your single crochet, but if you look closely, you'll see it's wrapped around this post as opposed to in the top of that stitch. So we've done this post. Now you go find your next post. It's right here. See that? All right. So you're going to go, it's almost like you're going in the space where you came out for the other one. So go in that space there and out the next one. So there's your little post. You're going to yarn over and pull up a loop like a normal single crochet and finish your single crochet. And there you've gone around that post again. Find your next post. It's this guy right here. So you're going to go in this hole and out this one. In here, out there. There's the post you're going around. Yarn over and pull through both loops. And then one more time, just focus on finding where your posts are. There's the post right there in the middle. So you're going to go in this space and out that one. There's your post. Yarn over, pull up a loop, and finish your single crochet. So we've done 4 front post single crochets, and you can see in each case it's wrapped around the post as opposed to just going through that stitch, the top of the stitch. So let's go back, and this time let's do back post single crochet. It's going to be a little bit harder. For me, I like to actually turn the work down toward me so I can see the back side. That's typically how I like to hold my project work while doing a back post single crochet, but you do that however it feels more comfortable for you, whatever makes it easier for you to do the stitch. I always find it a little bit more difficult working in the back of the stitch than the front of the stitch. So those are kind of the tips and tricks that I use, and you'll just need to find what works best for you. So again, we're going to go through these around this this post, but this time we're going to start from the back. So I'm going through from the back and then back out, and now I'm in the back. And if you turn it over and look, there's the post from the single crochet, and you're going to yarn over and pull up a loop. Nope, I don't want to go there. Let me get that. It's a weird angle while I'm filming it. All right, so we're going to go in from the back and back out, yarn over and pull up a loop. There. 2 loops on the hook like a normal single crochet, yarn over and pull through. Let's do that again. Find your next post. Here it is right here. So you're going to go in this space and out that space, but from the back. In from the back, back out, yarn over, pull up a loop, then yarn over and pull through 2 like a normal single crochet. And we'll do that one more time. Here's your next post, because we've already done that one. Here's your next post. We're going to go in that space and back out the next space, yarn over, pull up a loop, and yarn over and pull through 2 like a normal single crochet. So in that case, we've done them all in the back, and you can see they stick out a little bit like a little 3D effect. In each case, you can see it's wrapped around the post of the stitch instead of going through the top of the stitch like we normally do. So this can be a really neat stitch, especially if you're combining front post and back post together. It can give some really nice effects to your project. So give this one a try. If you have questions or comments, please feel free to leave those below in the box. Thanks, everyone.